Chase Lehigh with the blue futon, out of the box or out of the wall, we have, so close, but dragged across concrete. Are we about to get in some A-Train territory with this one, or it has nothing to do with the boys? Let's find out. Dragged across concrete, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. We have multiple people that are down on their luck and need money, and there's this gold at the bank. They're going to rob the bank. Multiple people need to figure out where the money is going to go. Can they get the money? Who's going to survive? What storylines are we actually going to tell in this movie? So did I like this movie? I thought it was a very enjoyable movie, and it's very long. It's at 159 minutes, so about an hour and 40, or 2 hours and 40 minutes. Even though credits about 10 minutes, that's so we'll go with a 2.5 hour movie. And with that premise, we will give you the negatives, and it is the length. 2.5 hours, some of it you can feel the runtime with it. Even though a lot of it was flowing, it was like edited really well, and the flow factor was there. I still think taking 10 to 15 minutes off of the slowness of it would make the movie a little bit better. What I mean by slowness of it, I still think the editing is great, like I said, but it's the point of like watching Vince Vaughn eat a sandwich in a car or getting his sniper rifle ready. It is like 2 minutes there, 5 minutes there, 3 minutes there. And I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to show the slowness of the real situation of real world activities of, you know what? A stakeout is going to be pretty damn slow. I'm going to eat my sandwich very slow. Getting a sniper rifle ready and getting the aim exact. It's not like snap, snap, boom, snap. It's not that quick of a real sniper rifle. So I understand he was trying to show the methodicalness of it, of everything in the frame happening, but it does take you a little bit out of the movie because you're saying, okay, I understand what we're going for, but I actually appreciate it as well because I know a lot of people have attention spans nowadays are like, okay, continue, continue, continue. Marvel movies, set piece, talk, set piece talk, action, action, action. And here, I guess it's more methodical and I actually enjoyed it. But I do think taking 10 to maybe 12, 15 minutes would make this a more fresh movie. Everything else about this movie is fantastic. The editing, the acting, the directing, the writing, the scenarios, the shock values, the twists and turns are all there. So even though this movie came out a couple years ago, I might go into some spoilers with the positives. So first, let's go with the acting. Of course, you have like Mel Gibson, Vince Vaughn, Tory Kittles, Michael Jai White, Jennifer Carpenter, Don Johnson. You have a bunch of people in this movie, and it's fantastic on everything they're doing, given on the script. I have no faults with everything that these actors are giving. Sometimes less is more, and that's what this movie is. Some, movies are like, well, bombastic, like overacting. No, this is like minimalist acting, and that's all that is needed in this movie. Cops and robbers, they're in scenarios. They don't need to overthink it. They know what their plan is to get to plan A to plan B, and there's no reason to overcomplicate the acting or the scenarios they're in, and it completely does it. The directing and the writing's done by the same person who did Brawl and Cell Block 99, as well as Bone Tomahawk. So if you like those movies, I do think you're going to like this movie as well with how he directs it, how he writes it. Like I said in the very beginning, how it's methodical and it's very fleshed out and you don't know what's going to happen. This almost is a Psycho. This is where I get into spoiler territory. Spoiler territory. They do with Jennifer Carpenter's character. I was expecting it to like flesh out and be like, we see her finally and now it's going to go in for another hour and a half. She's in the movie for maybe 15 minutes. What they do with her character is daunting and shocking to a fucking T. And it's like, holy shit, we are actually going there. And what they flesh out at the very end, makes you wonder with her character, should they have fleshed her out with a hostage situation? But I kind of understand why they didn't, because they wanted to show that shock factor of shit's going down. You have no idea what the next hour and a half is going to be because we're about to do what Psycho did with Alfred Hitchcock. And that's what this director decided to do. There is some stuff at the very end where you just kind of like take some realistic out of it, or you're just like, do I actually like how this story ended? And it's like, yes and no. I understand the fleshing out of it, but I do think the guy who survives in this did one of the families extremely dirty with how much gold he actually gave this family. I think it was dirty to a fucking T of like what he actually has is 4 huge fucking duffel bags. You could at least give him half a duffel bag of what is actually occurring. I understand what he is. He still is someone who, they're all criminals to a point, but I don't know. I just felt a little bit dirty about the little bit of gold that this one guy gave to another character. Because I'm just like, At least a whole box full. It doesn't have to be a little cigar case. Come on. Don't be a little don't be don't I don't know. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way with that kind of storyline because it's like, you know what you have. I mean, the guy, you could have done your own research. You are a smart man. You done your own research. Yeah, that person's getting abused or assaulted as well as this person has MS. That's true. Okay, I can at least give a little bit more, but they never did it in that movie. So that part, I understand why, but it still rubbed me the wrong way. But movies like this are supposed to rub you the wrong way. And also going into that negative of the gold and everything, I think the last shootout of actually how this whole thing played out doesn't make sense with how the gun placements were. It just doesn't make sense about how one person was shot in one location, how we had a gun to a neck. It just didn't feel like it was correct with the actual aftermath. But overall, Dragged Across Concrete is great acting, directing, writing, cinematography. All the technical aspects are completely great. However, I do wish they took about 10 to 15 minutes off. And like I said, the ending still rubbed me the wrong way. But I still think Dragged Across Concrete is a solid movie that you should watch. So Dragged Across Concrete will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 80%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 76% with 148 of them. Pretty impressive. Audience score 70 with 500. Here's critic consensus. A grim and grinding, as its title, Dragged Across Concrete opts for slow-burning drama instead of high-speed thrills and has just the right cast to make it work. So you have to agree with that. We have the 80, the 70, and the 76. Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think is Plutontopia. You Plutonians, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And unfortunately, Dragged Across Concrete does not have anything to do with A Train. I'm sorry. Maybe next time.